Why your brain cannot stop scrolling. You pick up your phone for just a few seconds. Maybe you want to check one message. Maybe you want to watch one quick video. Maybe you just want to see what is happening in the world. But somehow, 5 minutes become 30. 30 minutes become 2 hours. And when you finally put the phone down, you ask yourself the same question. Why did I keep scrolling when I wasn't even enjoying it anymore? The answer is not simply that you lack discipline. Your brain was not designed for a world where thousands of new pieces of information appear every minute. For most of human history, attention was a survival tool. It helped us find food, recognize danger, communicate with others, and understand our environment. But today, your attention has become one of the most valuable resources on Earth. Every app, every platform, and every notification is competing for a small piece of it. And over the last decade, thousands of design decisions have transformed the simple act of checking a phone into a system designed to keep you engaged. This is the story of how infinite scrolling changed the way we use our brains, and why escaping it feels harder than ever. Life before infinite scroll. Before smartphones existed, information had limits. If you wanted entertainment, you had to turn on a television and wait for a scheduled program. If you wanted news, you had to buy a newspaper. If you wanted to communicate, you had to wait for a phone call or a letter. Information came in separate moments. There was a beginning. There was an ending. But smartphones removed those boundaries. A single device placed the entire world inside your pocket. At first, this seemed like a miracle. You could instantly talk to anyone. You could learn anything. You could access endless entertainment whenever you wanted. But then something changed. The internet stopped being something you visited and became something that followed you everywhere. The introduction of the infinite scroll completely changed how we consume information. Before infinite scroll, websites had pages. You would reach the bottom and make a decision. Do I want to continue? But infinite scroll removed that stopping point. There was no final page, no natural ending. Just one more piece of content waiting below, one more video, one more post, one more update. And that small design change created a completely different relationship between humans and technology. The psychology of variable rewards. One of the biggest reasons scrolling is so difficult to stop comes from a psychological principle called variable rewards. The idea is simple. When a reward appears unpredictably, the brain becomes more motivated to keep searching. This same principle has been studied in behavioral psychology for decades. Imagine pressing a button. Sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes you get something small. Sometimes you get something exciting. The uncertainty itself creates anticipation. Your brain starts thinking, maybe the next one will be better. That is exactly what happens when you scroll. Most posts are average. Some are boring, but occasionally you find something surprising. A funny video, an emotional story, an important piece of news, a message from someone you care about. Your brain remembers those moments. So the next time you open the app, it creates an expectation. Maybe the next scroll will be something interesting. And that possibility keeps you going. The strange thing is, you do not need to enjoy every moment for the habit to continue. The anticipation of finding something rewarding can be enough. Your brain loves novelty. Human brains are naturally attracted to new information. Thousands of years ago, this ability helped humans survive. A new sound in the forest could mean danger. A new location could contain food. A new pattern could reveal something important. Our brains evolved to pay attention to change. But today, that same system is exposed to unlimited novelty. Every swipe delivers something new. A different person, a different topic, a different emotion, a different opinion. Your brain receives a constant stream of new information without ever needing to search for it. This is why scrolling can feel strangely satisfying. Even when the content is meaningless, the brain is responding to the feeling of discovery. What will appear next? That question keeps pulling you forward. The problem is that your brain was built for occasional moments of discovery, not thousands of new discoveries every single day. Notifications and habit loops. Scrolling does not happen randomly. Many apps create habits through a cycle known as a habit loop. The cycle has 3 parts: a trigger, a behavior, and a reward. For example, a notification appears. That notification creates curiosity. You open your phone, you check the app, and you receive some kind of reward. Maybe it is a message. Maybe it is a like. Maybe it is an interesting video. Over time, your brain connects the trigger with the action. Eventually, you may not even need a notification. Feeling bored becomes the trigger. Waiting in line becomes the trigger. Having a few free seconds becomes the trigger. Your hand automatically reaches for your phone, not because you made a conscious decision, but because the habit has already been trained. Doomscrolling during uncertainty. One of the strongest examples of this behavior appears during stressful events. When something uncertain happens, many people begin scrolling more. During a crisis, a global event, or a period of personal anxiety, the brain searches for information. It wants answers. It wants control. It wants to reduce uncertainty. So we check the news. Then we check social media. Then we check the comments. Then we check for updates. But instead of feeling satisfied, we often feel worse, because uncertainty creates an endless search. There is always another update, another opinion, another prediction, another piece of information. The brain keeps searching because it believes the next piece of information might finally provide relief. But sometimes the search itself becomes the problem. You are not scrolling because you are interested anymore. You are scrolling because your brain is trying to escape uncertainty. Why short videos feel effortless? Short-form videos have become one of the most powerful forms of digital entertainment. Platforms built around short videos understand something important. The easier something is to consume, the less effort the brain needs to invest. A long movie requires commitment. A book requires concentration. A documentary requires patience. But a 10-second video, your brain can process it instantly. There is no pressure, no preparation, no long attention required. Each video is a complete experience. A joke, a surprise, a reaction, a piece of information. Then it ends, and immediately another one appears. This creates a rhythm where your brain constantly receives small bursts of stimulation. The issue is not that short videos are automatically harmful. The problem appears when your brain becomes used to receiving constant stimulation with almost zero effort. Then slower activities can start feeling unusually difficult. Reading, studying, working on a difficult project, even having a normal conversation. The brain begins searching for the same level of instant stimulation. What excessive scrolling does and does not prove. It is easy to hear about scrolling habits and think, my attention span is destroyed. But the reality is more complicated. Excessive scrolling does not mean your brain is permanently damaged. It does not mean you can never focus again. The human brain is adaptable. It changes based on repeated experiences. If you constantly train yourself to switch attention every few seconds, focusing on one thing may become harder. But if you practice sustained attention again, your brain can adapt. The problem is not that technology exists. The problem is losing control over how you use it. A phone can be a tool for learning, communication, and creativity. But without boundaries, it can easily become a machine that constantly interrupts your thoughts. How to rebuild your attention. The first step to rebuilding attention is not deleting every app forever. It is becoming aware of your habits. Start by creating moments where your brain experiences boredom again. Boredom is not a problem to eliminate. It is where creativity often begins. Try simple changes. Keep your phone away when working. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Create periods of the day without screens. Read longer content without switching tasks. Spend time doing activities that require patience. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. Your brain may search for stimulation. You may feel the urge to check your phone. But every time you resist that urge, you strengthen your ability to focus. Attention works like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. The infinite scroll was not created because humans suddenly became unable to control themselves. It was created because human attention became incredibly valuable. Your brain is not weak. It is simply responding exactly as it was designed to respond, to novelty, rewards, and information. But understanding the system gives you power over it. Because the goal is not to escape technology. The goal is to make sure technology serves you, instead of quietly controlling where your attention goes. And in a world where everyone is fighting for your focus, protecting your attention may be one of the most important skills you can develop.